Mallory. I have so many things that I could say about Mal. She's been such a role model for me all of my life, and she's one of those people that have always been there. She's just been this ray of sunshine, someone that I can always go to. But we're going to talk about wedding things and hair stuff and just all of the questions. So, Mom, do you have a bio, I assume?
I would love to bio introduce one of my favorite people in life, one of my heroes as well, one of the people who I have always loved, Miss Mallory. Um, and Mal comes to us tonight with expertise in hair design. She's not a traditional hairstylist, she has hair design. So
She works
that,
with my hair, so she can do anything.
amen, I get that. So she is not your run of the mill regular hairstylist. She's a little extraordinaire. Um, and she, as you can hear, she is mama to her extraordinary family. And I know she loves the beach. And I don't know, I love Mel. So, so we have a couple questions that we wanted to chat with you about tonight. And the first one is just, I feel like there's so many people who want to get into cosmetology, but they're not necessarily sure where to start, how it works. So, will you tell us a little bit about what your career path was like?
Okay, so I really didn't have a career path. I mean, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Of course, I took ag with you in high school, and I think that's because I loved you, and B, obviously, I love all things ag and animals and whatnot. I think I wanted to be a vet. I think I wanted to be a special education teacher. I think I wanted to be an art teacher. There was so many things that I wanted to do and be, but I had no idea. So then I graduated, obviously, and then I went to Chesapeake for a semester because my parents made me. I actually cried because I didn't want to go to college. I knew I didn't want to go to college, but yeah, so halfway through my semester of college, I decided I was going to go to hair school. And I was like, why not? I mean, I'll have a job, working for my mom. So
Mhm.
so I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I want to go to hair school. And she didn't believe me. She was like, no, you've never shown interest. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, if you don't take me to go sign up, I'm going myself. And that's when she was like, okay, well, who am I to tell you what you want to do? I mean, I always knew I was like artistic, but I didn't really know, I guess, how to express it, or I don't know. I was really going off on a limb, but um, yeah, and it ended up working out. So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. How did you pick that hair school? Because I know that that's another thing that a lot of people are like, well, should I go to this school or this school? Or like, how did you pick which one?
Yeah, so I went to two different ones. I went to Schilling and Douglas, and I went to visit Schilling and Douglas, and I went to visit Paul Mitchell School of Delaware, and I was really torn because Paul Mitchell really kind of puts on a front of like all the things of that is great in the world, and I was getting two different vibes from them, like not great in the world and then great in the world. Like, oh, you're going to go to Vegas for all these things, and I don't know. I think they like showed you really shiny pretty things, and then and and the education wasn't as shiny and pretty. But then Schilling and Douglas was kind of all the way around. It was clean. It seemed organized. It was family ran. So it was kind of, it was, yeah. I mean, there was only two that I really could choose from. I mean, I didn't want to drive to Baltimore, so that wasn't an option for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Delaware was the closest, and then when I took Delaware boards, and then I applied for my Maryland license because I did not want to take the Maryland boards because they don't prepare you for Maryland boards. So
What was the hardest part?
of school. Um, it's basically like working and not getting paid. They make you work. I mean, you're learning, but you're basically, I mean, you're doing like $10 haircuts all day long, working like a regular
Wow.
hairstylist. And I mean, I was working from like 9. Oh, I mean, I had to drive an hour there. Then I was basically, working in school from 9 to 4:30, and then I had to drive home, and then I had to go to actual work. So that was the hardest part. I mean, I felt like hair school was a breeze. And people ask me like, do you think that you're doing so well because your mom's a hairstylist? I'm like, no, because I mean, maybe I do have an advantage, but like what you learn in hair school is not what you learn in the real world of hair. Like you learn like the basics of cutting hair, and you learn like if you cut yourself, like how to fix it, and like sanitation and all of that in hair school. You do have like biology and stuff, but or sorry, not biology. Anatomy.
I was like,
Anatomy.
really?
Same thing. But yeah, I felt like I know I told them no. I'm like, just because my mom was in it doesn't mean. I mean, I was like, hey, can you teach me how to do? I forget what it's called, an up layer haircut. That was what they called the haircut. It's basically layers. My mom's like, I don't know what an up layer haircut is. Like, what are you talking about? But like, they gave you things and told you about it and told you how to do it, but it was just their way of doing it. I don't know. It was definitely strange. Like what you learn in hair school is not what it is in the real world. Like you learn pretty much everything working in a hair salon.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You get the basics to get the certification, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna just, jump into it and do this. So I know you work with your mom, and I know that comes with its own advantages, disadvantages, things. I think you and Lizzie could probably have a long conversation about what it's like working for your mom.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit.
But what is it like having a family business?
It's like you said, it's got its advantages, it's got its disadvantages. What I think is the hardest is that she's so comfortable telling me, and you can probably say this too, Liza, like you're probably so comfortable telling Lizzie like, hey, this is wrong, but you need to fix it, rather and then someone's actually wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
like it's not us that's the problem, or I don't know, not even that. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's easy for her to be like, you're not wearing dress code today. Go home and change. Do you know what I mean? But if it was somebody else, we'd let it go. It's like easy for her to tell. Yeah, it's easy but it goes the same way with me too. I'm like, I can be like, Mom, like you don't do that. Like, but I would never actually tell my actual boss that. Do you know what I mean? It goes both ways, and sometimes I get myself in trouble. But I think it's fun. I mean, it definitely is hard working for your mom, but that's why we don't live together, Yeah. But you guys live together, right? Oh, man.
Now.
No, it's easier when you're busy, so,
Yeah. Well, and
they live together at work.
Yeah. Well, and
like,
as much as
right there on the home farm
together is as much as like I'm usually out doing something and she's doing a different piece.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're right next to each other. But sometimes it's hard to draw that line. I don't know if you guys get that, but I try really, really hard to make sure at the end of the day is the end of the day. And I'm not like, hey, Liz, I have this idea. Or, hey, I just want like 5 minutes to run this path. And I'm like,
yeah. No, that's so funny. I mean, it's just like Mom and I mean, our stations are right next to each other. And that wasn't like that until just recently, like a year ago. But our stations are right next to each other. But I think like being busy, but like we'll call each other on the phone at the end of the night. and we'll talk about our day. Like, we didn't see each other all day, but we really didn't because I was busy. She was busy,
Mhm.
you know? But no,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's fun. I mean, I don't really have much to do with like I mean, I don't have much to do with like the business end of it. I'm more of like here's the idea that I have, and I think we should run these
Mhm.
specials, and here's our Christmas packages, and more of like this social. I started with the social media. Now we pay somebody to do it because it's just too much for me to handle all of it.
So you've spent all this time, you've spent years and years and years, you've like refined the craft, you do all of these things. And let's face it, you guys are one of the salons in the area for weddings between makeup, hair. Like you've got the whole kit and caboodle from the salon downstairs to be able to get massages and get prepared and the waxing and like all of the things. But when it comes to putting flowers in the hair, what's some of the logistics behind that?
I really like when people bring flowers to put in the hair because, especially dark hair, um,
Hmm.
because dark hair typically doesn't have the texture that blonde hair does in an updo or a formal style. But so like when putting flowers in the hair, um, anything really heavy is like not good. Anything really heavy, like top heavy, is not good. It's hard to. He said, "I want my hair cut." Oh my god! Actually, I think you should keep that in there. Okay.
100%.
So anything really heavy is just not good. It's hard to pin in there. And it's like shoving a bobby pin through a flower is like it just makes it dead. Like it's just not good. I feel like baby's breath is really good. Um like that gumfrina that you guys have.
Yep.
Um
Yep.
but I mean, it's pretty easy.
So talk to me about the styles. So people want like they want flower crowns, they want
Mhm.
combs, they want pins, they want all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. As a hairstylist, what do you want to work with? And what are some things that like brides should think about when they're like, "Oh, I want to put flowers in my hair."
If if
So is
there
it
were like
dependent
a
on
flower comb, that's awesome because the comb goes in the hair and then I can pin to the comb.
Mhm.
I mean, I've pinned flowers in the hair with just regular flowers. So I mean, the hair comb I think is the best option because um you know, I can pin to the hair comb. Um yeah, I would say hair comb is the best.
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungry Root. Now, Hungry Root is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non GMO, dairy free, gluten free, paleo, different preferences, and things like that. So, what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungry Root team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So, if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day to day life. And I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website. And I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungry Root.
okay. If somebody wants a crown, is there something special about pinning that in?
Not really. I mean, I just take a bobby pin, and you guys usually have the ribbons. So I like pin it to the ribbon. I'll pin it to the wire. I typically try to pin down and to the side. Like I'll lock the pin. So if I pin one down, then I'm pinning one to the side or right over top of it. And that basically will lock it in. It's harder with people with finer hair, thinner hair, and usually people with flower crowns. It's usually like the flower girls. The flower girls typically have the finer hair. Well, sometimes they have a boatload of hair, and that's just unfair because most women in their 20s and 30s don't have that much hair. But yeah, I would say it's more difficult with finer hair, but it's not too difficult.
Good. Well, that's good to know. Very good to know. Because sometimes we get people who ask us for pins as well. So what we'll do is we'll put the pin, we'll put the flower. Well, Lizzie can talk about actually the design. How do you do those?
So you have your bobby pin. Clearly, everybody knows what they look like. But then there's the floral tape, and I tape the bits of like the little flowers to the top of the bobby pin. So you just have to tuck it in, and then there's stuff sticking out, and you don't have to like repin little pieces or deal with anything extra. And sometimes, if I'm really good, I can get it on the top part and not just on like the top and the bottom, so you can actually like open the bobby pin a little bit. Um, yeah, we've had a couple of those. We've had a couple like flower girls that are like, yeah, we don't really know what they want, just something different for each of them, and then it kind of just goes from there. And they're easy, they're so easy.
The bobby pins are easy, and I think the little snap barrettes.
Oh yeah, those are cute.
Super easy to do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I would think for you, Mal, then it's like, okay, hold still, bloop, done.
Yeah, exactly. Because they are so antsy when trying to get their hair done. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so hearing Mal talking about locking the bobby pins makes me realize that hairstylists and hair professionals would know how to put on boutonnieres.
Yes.
And we know how to do your veil. It's like, don't ever let anybody else but your hairstylist do your veil. Because, I mean, Lizzie did my veil. But almost on the aisle, Lizzie's like, wait, your veil. I'm like, oh, shoot.
It's on the hanger upstairs.
So hair and flowers totally go together. I mean, they do. They do.
I had never ran so fast in my life.
So funny.
Your dad looks so panicked.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, I don't know if it's the one on the left or the right, or I don't know what to do. Lizzie's like, I got it. Just stand still.
Nobody move. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
Fun.
That was an amazing day.
Oh yeah. Who else would travel all the way to Outer Banks in the middle of COVID just so I could have your flowers?
Oh, girl, we wouldn't have missed it. You know that. You know that. That is still hands down probably one of our favorite weddings that we've ever done. And all the behind the scene things that you never saw of us loading the van. We unloaded the van on a hotel like suitcase cart.
The lobby stuff.
Pushed it all the way up, unloaded it in the hotel room. People were like, what is going on?
Yeah.
And then we reloaded it the next morning.
Because we didn't want it to sit in the van overnight. We couldn't.
No, it was priceless. We learned a lot. We absolutely learned a lot.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
You guys are lizards and had to freeze yourselves out of your own room.
I was going to say, have you done it since? Like travel?
Have we stayed in a hotel? Yeah, we've done hotel rooms since. We've done so many crazy things since.
Well seasoned.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's so funny.
Absolutely. So, okay. So I want to know, I'm dying to know, what is it with the chair when people go and get their hair cut, that they just like spill their guts to their hairdresser?
Oh my gosh. Sometimes I don't know if we just have like that face to be like, tell me everything. But I don't know. People just look at you and they just are like unloading. And I don't know if it's because like when you come get your hair done, you always feel when you come get your hair done, you always feel like, ugh, like, I need my hair done. Like, I need something to change about me. Like, I want to feel good. And then, like, while you're there, like, you just, everything in your life just kind of exits. So sometimes it exits through their mouth. Or, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, it does. And, or I don't really know. But, I mean, people really, they tell you everything. And I can tell you, even though, and it's not that I'm not listening, but I've learned how to listen to people without hearing what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It just kind of floats by.
Yeah. Like, and I'm not, and I don't mean that in a rude way, but some things I just don't need to know about you. And,
Yeah.
or some people will tell me things and it is terrible because then, like, I've had someone tell me something and then Travis will come to me and say, "Did you hear?" And I'm like, you know, somebody told me that 2 weeks ago, but I can't remember who. And it's literally because somebody told me while in my chair, and I turn that part of my brain off because it's either not important to me or it's something that I really don't need to know so I don't need to like tell everybody. You know what I mean? It's like not my information to share, so I just turn it off so I don't know it. Because if I know it, obviously you want to tell, you know what I mean? It's like, especially if it's really something else, but
Yeah.
no, you're like, oh, I'll never guess what I heard today. But I've learned how to turn it off, thankfully.
I would think that would be
Yeah.
yikes. Yikes. How do you keep it all straight? You've got 2 amazing kids and a third that you have with you part-time here and there. How do you keep it all straight?
I'm in survival mode all the time. I tell people, I'm always in survival mode. I don't get that much sleep. So I think it makes it a lot easier when you love being a mom and you love your job and you know, not every day is easy, but
Yeah, no, I mean, it's real. It's very real.
yeah.
I don't know.
No, I love
But,
it though.
so yeah, for sure. Um, so tell me, if you were a flower, what flower would you be?
Definitely. So I saw that question on the email because, you know, I did my homework.
I warned you.
And immediately I thought zinnia. I've always loved zinnias. There's so many bright colors. So every time I look at one, I always smile and I love it. They were also like my grandfather would always grow them in the garden and that was like our thing together. And when he passed away, it definitely makes them more to me. Sorry.
Absolutely.
But
if I had to guess, I 100% would have said zinnia for you because I see them in your farm stand. I know what they meant to you and your family. I also know how well you killed them when you tried to grow them the first time.
You know that I just put them in the ground. Like I put the ones that were like dying in the ground, and they did come up. They did come up along with the extra seeds that I had.
You sent me a picture, and those suckers had stretched to like 6 inches. They had like 2 leaves.
They did come up. But yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, they were pretty tall. And when I saw that they're not supposed to get that big, I was like, well, shit. I really tried. No, but yeah, I would say that's my favorite. There's so many different colors and they're so pretty. And this year was my first year growing them myself. And but my grandfather would always grow them and I didn't know why he would grow them because he's not the flower type of guy. But I eventually figured out, or he told me before he died, that he grew them because it keeps the bugs off the vegetables.
And it attracts your good pollinators.
Yeah,
too.
So he also had a beehive down there. Yep. So like now there's like there's a bunch of bees down there on the flowers, and it keeps the other insects off the lima beans and squash and stuff that we have down there. We have 2 huge gardens.
Huge gardens.
Mm-hmm. And that stand is big too.
Yeah, my nieces, they're so cute with that. It's a lot of work. I give them.
We know.
It is so much work.
It's worth it though. It's so worth it.
Yeah, because it teaches them a lot. But I know Nash has so much fun. They do more playing than they do work, but they just like to get dirty. Nash likes to look for the worms, so that's fun. But yeah, it's so much fun.
Next you'll be selling night crawlers in
oh
the
my
stand.
Gosh, that's a really good idea. Wait.
Mallory's side business. I love it.
I always have big ideas, but man, I'm like, I gotta put my energy into hair and my kids.
They take
maybe
your
I'll
energy.
do this, maybe I'll do that. I'm like, oh Lord. And then I'm like, no, my plate's full.
We got Thanksgiving dinner there, girl.
Yes, I do.
All right, Mal. If anybody wants to book with you, where can we find you?
So you can find me at Images Salon and Spa. We have a website that you can do like a contact submission form at www.imagessalonandspa.com. And then you can also email in, which you can find that on online. And you can also see us. We have a Facebook page too, Instagram, the whole 9. And Images are Instagram is Images Salon Day Spa. So it's different.
And then you have your personal too, right?
Yeah, but I'm not good at it. I mean, I probably haven't posted on it in like a year. I'm terrible.
Socials are hard. I just post pictures of
I honestly would love to be an influencer, but no, don't have the time. That's a serious. It takes over your whole entire life, and that it doesn't shut off.
Yes.
And then people expect you to be perfect, so I can't do it. I'm still trying to figure out how to do
we're doing this.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do hair pictures. I'm like, I know my hair looks good, but the pictures.
Yep. No, that's why we do this, because this is this is real. I feel like so many times people think that things have to be perfect, and the 3 of us are really here to show that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you.
Yeah. I love that. This week we're recording in our pajamas, so
time to put my pajamas on. My pajamas go on at 11. That's why when you're a mom, you're you live in comfy clothes because your pajamas don't go until 11.
Yeah.
So
all right, you guys, thank you so much for listening. You can find us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, Patreon at The Flower Files or Wildly Native. You can find us online at wildlynativeflowerfarm.com, and you can stream this podcast or subscribe at Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anywhere you find your podcast. And we will catch you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron? We're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy, crazy, crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Gracias!